the excitement level for your first training camp?
Pretty nerve-wracking, but super excited to be here.
And you had a pretty busy offseason, right? You're training in California. How'd that
Yeah,
go?
just all in LA the whole time, and then went down to Vegas for the Sack Summit for a weekend. I've just been training with, Dio's been out there, Quiddy's been out there, Sosa's been out there, Tommy's been out there, and then just getting to work with guys like, Kenny Clark, Rasheem Green, Khalil Mack, really just learning off of them and how to better myself and, really seeing what success looks like. So that whole offseason was great for me.
Was there anybody there that you hadn't met before that you really kind of latched onto, bonded with, to learn from?
At the Sack Summit?
Yeah.
When Dio was there, I really got to click with him, and I was really sticking by his side, and then got to chop it up with Von Miller. Cam Jordan's super cool, giving me tips, and then Max Crosby's always letting me know how to give me tips, and I'll be asking him stuff. So all those dudes are super helpful. They just want to see people succeed.
Can you explain what the Sack Summit is and I guess how long it was, what you have to do, and things like that?
Yeah, so it was 2 days. It was in Vegas, and pretty much they bring all pass rushers in, and they just talk amongst each other about moves that they've thrown. We were in the meeting room watching Cam Jordan, Von Miller, every pass rusher's highlights pretty much, and they would explain how they won, what they see, and then we get out on the field, and then they're pretty much explaining certain drills, how how it works, how it translates to the field and stuff like that. So it's kind of opening your mind to things that you haven't thought of before.
How much can you learn not just from those conversations with those guys, but just watching how they operate, how they carry themselves in those things?
The way they carry themselves and talk about the game, they're fully, delved into the game. They're fully committed, and I'm learning more about myself just literally watching them and listening to them too. So I can't wait to bring that to this training camp.
Pick up some new pass rush moves you're going to try out here?
I didn't pick up new ones, but I'm working on old ones and bettering them and understanding how I can, beat that old lineman quicker, in terms of my hips, certain moves like the swipe or something like that. Maybe I don't want my hips too vertical, just little details that I can fix up and make my win rate, a lot better.
What are your expectations for training camp? It's going to be faster and more physical, obviously, than OTAs. What do you generally anticipate?
I'm just ready to get out there with the boys, the rest of the D-line and the defense, and, I'm just super excited to get out there and play. Definitely nerves are, I'm a little nervous, but I'm more excited than anything.
Do you think it's a chance to solidify yourself? They didn't pick you at 15 because you can't play.
No, you're right. It is a chance to,
yes,
sir. It is a chance to prove myself, and, I feel like I'm going to go out there and kill it.
How do you kind of balance that? You are a first-round pick, but you're a rookie. You got to earn it. How do you balance that during training camp?
I don't let my draft status affect me at all. I'm a rookie. I'm a newcomer. I'm the little dog. So I look up to D-Buck. I look up to all those vets, and I try to take after them as much as I can. Coming in with snacks, trying to make them happy and stuff like that. So that's fine by me.
What snacks?
So there's hot fried. They like hot fries. They like Pringles. They like some almonds. Coach P likes some these sweet honey almonds, and then bunch of candy, high chew. Y'all ever heard of zebra cakes? I never heard of zebra cakes, but they love that. And then honey buns too, bunch of stuff. Me and Jonah was just rolling through Target, just literally grabbing everything.
Grover give you a list?
They gave us a list the past when we came in for OTAs, so we remembered that, and then we just got a lot more just because based off what they were telling us. And then it was hard to find Spring Valley water, so I think I'm gonna have to go in the next couple of days and bring some Spring Valley water. That's Sosa's favorite.
What's the best piece of advice you've gotten from some of those guys?
Honestly, the best piece of advice is to, not think too much about all of this. Don't let it get too much for you. It's still football at the end of the day, and to have fun. I think that's literally the most important thing that I've heard.
Everybody's having fun these first days of camp. Obviously, when you get toward the end, it might be a little bit more of a grind. You have to dig deep. From your history in those instances, where do you go mentally when you have to dig deep and find a little extra?
Yeah, I really just, to find a little extra, it does help with, being medically retired at one point, and it does give me a different appreciation, love for the game, and not that I took it for granted before, but, you're never ready for something like that, and I always remember that. I have it tatted on me like your last, and I put myself in that mindset where, there's other people in the world that aren't in this position, and, you know, I really need to give it my all, or else, you know, it's really not fair to those people that, you know, wish they were in my position. So, I mean, I think that's what carries me on, is just really to tap into that mindset.
Did you have a chance at all throughout the offseason to be like, man, my life has changed a lot in the last 365?
So it hit me. It didn't hit me draft night. It didn't hit me. It hit me like during OTAs, and I was just walking back to the locker room. I just started like bawling. That's really when it hit me, when I seen that Colts sign on the facility, and then after that, you know, it got better in the offseason. I just killed it. You know, I just took that offseason. I treated it like I was a vet. Every day I was with Coach Eddie. Learning from, you know, vets that are already training with him, like I said, Kenny Clark and all those guys. So, yeah.
How do you like Indy? How do you like Indy so far?
I love Indy. I mean, I feel like I'm an old soul. I like how slow and quiet it is out here. I just get to focus on ball, and that's all I can ask for.
So Eddie has 5 of you guys. How big was that to be able to get with your teammates literally like throughout the entire offseason?
It was amazing. I mean, because we're just building that bond even further. I mean, a lot of guys are on their own during the off season. I think it was really special that we got to be there together and learning off each other. Quiddy, Sosa always giving me tips, so I mean, I can't thank those guys enough.
Did you ask someone like, okay, how do I approach an off season where I'm not having to worry about my 40 time or worry about, you know, bench press, stuff like that?
Yeah, so throughout UCLA and like when I was, you know, medically retired, like I kind of was treating that already. Like I was out there doing drills, I was doing stuff that I knew translated to the field, and I think that carried on. And then literally just asking dudes like Quiddy, Sosa, what they be doing with their schedules, kind of like asking Max, you know, what kind of supplements, you know, he's on, you know, just trying to learn as much as I can to make, you know, my first off season before training camp, before the season, like the best as possible.
Have you ever practiced in front of fans before? UCLA, Washington, wherever?
I've seen how it is out here, and I would say I've never practiced like in front of people like that.
I mean,
Yeah.
For you, like being a rookie, being the first round pick, there's going to be a lot of people who want to see you. Are you looking forward to spending a little bit of time maybe with them out here?
Sure, I would love that. Like we dedicate time to that, like after practice, right? Yeah, I would love that. Yeah, I do look forward to that.